Week 1. Who do you think the Steelers would rather face? Brock Purdy, coming off essentially no offseason, with the tape they have on him, or Trey Lance, coming off essentially no football the last 3 years, and the little tape they have on him?
I mean, I took this poll on Twitter, and 59% of 49er fans said they would rather face Brock. So here's the thing. They have tape on Brock. We know what Brock, so far, we know what he's good at. We know some areas of weakness, things he needs to improve. He's coming off a UCL injury. I think if I'm a defensive coordinator for the Steelers, I'd rather face Brock because you kind of know what's coming. With Trey Lance, you really don't know. And plus, he opens the field up as far as a runner, as far as the deep passing game. You know, the question with Trey Lance is really those, and what Brock was really good at is those intermediate throws. Mm-hmm. Trey Lance can get those intermediate, people talk about as easy ones. He really was not that bad on those easy throws. He was at 67.5. Brock was at 71, I think. So he wasn't as good as Brock at those easy ones, but he wasn't awful. Where he struggled and where Brock was way better than Trey Lance was the 10 to 20 range. Trey is better over 20, but between 10 and 20 yards, Brock was eating it up. I think he had one of the best. He was 80% in that range or something crazy like that. So that's where Brock is really good. That's where Trey struggles. But outside of that, if Trey can get that down, and then he also gives you the deep, and he also gives you the run threat, and there's the unknown factor, I think I'd rather go up against Brock if I'm Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, you have tape on him. You have a feel for his tendencies. He has no offseason, so you think maybe he's rusty. Maybe he's not super confident yet. I mean, if you got to face Brock, now's a good time, especially if no preseason. So you kind of know what's coming. The Niners haven't been able to install a bunch of new stuff for him because he hasn't been around. The offense should be very similar to what it was last year down the stretch. You should feel pretty confident in your game plan. With Brock, I feel like from Mike Tomlin's perspective, or Terrell Austin, the D coordinator over there, it might be a little anxiety-provoking to create a defensive game plan for Trey because you've never seen him play with McCaffrey. You don't know what they're planning. He's been there all offseason. They could have installed all kind of stuff that wasn't there last year, and you're guessing that they didn't show in preseason. So that's scary. I mean, the one thing you could say is, well, forget all that. I know the Niners players deep down don't believe in Trey. So I want Trey on the field because they won't be as confident. And that's all I care about. We'll be in the dark and it'll be a mystery, but I'm a good coach. I'll see it. Now, we'll adjust mid-game. They won't adjust, but they deep down don't believe in themselves with Trey on the field, and the freaking Bears beat them last year. So I want that Niners team, the one that lacks confidence. That's the only thing.
I can see teams sticking either way.
I mean, they don't even pick him up when he gets sacked. I want that guy on the field for whatever reason.
I mean, the thing is that with Brock, you know what's going to happen. It's short slants over the middle. Or dump offs on the outside, right? That's what's going to happen. It's so predictable. With Trey, you don't really know. So he could be. Are they going to run him like they did last year? Who knows? Maybe they're not going to. Is he going to continue to look downfield? Or
do you prepare for the zone read week of the game?
Yeah.
If you do and they don't do it, you wasted your time. If you don't and they do, you lose. Yeah. So what do you do?
Yeah. So that advantage.
Also, what if you don't know which quarterback's going to start week 1? Do you prepare for both?
And that's Kyle's going to milk that to the last second as well. But he should. But also, what if they just run Brock Purdy's offense with Trey? They won't be expecting that either, right? They're going to think, hey, if the Trey Lance is coming out, they're going to be doing this and this and this. What if they just run the Brock Purdy offense with Trey?
Well, Chris Forrester did say when he was speaking during OTAs, he said, we haven't installed quarterback runs. It doesn't mean they won't. But until I see them install some quarterback runs, they're not running the Trey Lance offense anymore. It's him and the Brock Purdy offense, which is what you wanted.
That's what I want.
You wanted. Yeah. I would like to see Trey Lance hand off more. I feel like they're averaging 6 yards a carry in his career when he hands the ball off. Why don't you just start there? Yeah. Start there. Why does he have to run? He's good at handing off. Jimmy was good at handing off.
Let him do what Brock and Jimmy did, and then also be able to take some deep shots on occasion. Keep the defense off.
Another thing Trey does really well that I feel like people don't give him credit for, or it's small, but since we're giving Brock credit for the small things, his play fakes. Trey has really good play fakes. He really sells them.
Yeah.
Extends it, brings it into his. It's good. Watch Sam. Lackadaisical. Darnold, do it better. They're important.
Yeah.
Little details. All right. The situations like the Niners. Oh, we got you. Daryl Smock, got you. Michael Hamilton, post the imaginary film clips of Trey balling, please. Damn, Michael. I will, for you. Daryl Smock says, sorry for the misspelling of your name, Ryan. How do you guys feel about Kruger always talking about trading Trey Lance? I don't think they should give him his chance to start. I don't like it. I think they should give him his chance to start. I think Larry just said he thought they would. They haven't yet. Lance might want it. Don't know, but I think it's pretty clear the Niners aren't moving any quarterbacks until Brock's healthy and they see what he's got.
Trey's not getting traded before week 1 unless he absolutely demands it. Yeah.
Which clearly he hasn't. Otherwise, we would have heard. The 49ers father / daddy says, ever seen a franchise invest so much to acquire a potential franchise quarterback like Lance just to invest and support so little into the quarterback once acquired? No, it's unprecedented, and that's why some people think, man, Trey must suck, or other people think, man, Trey's getting screwed. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.